of Skaven slaves reinforced with armor rattling guns until somebody ambushes your army of Skaven slaves and they get murdered mercilessly.
Ancestors.
Seek target.
88% chance of success. Oh wow, that's a lot of humans. Hello.
Absolutely not.
Hi guys, what up?
Warlock of Skaven Blight.
Yeah, if you have like 2 or 3 pestilence casters, you can spam so many clan rats with Vermintide, it's ridiculous.
Sorcerer, inventor, yes.
Is that one meme army I built that was all artillery and freaking summon units? I could summon legitimately 2 armies worth of clan rats and storm vermin onto the battlefield.
War condensers are full.
And then had basically an entire army of artillery on top of that. The summons are stupid good.
Sneaky.
Like, brokenly good.
Assassinate.
I don't need this for that. Don't need that. There we go. Where'd the money go? You have enough firepower, 1 summoner is enough. Yeah, you don't need. I like to have 2, just so you can put 1 on each flank. So if the cav tries to envelop you, you can just like be like, nope, 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 and just be throwing summons in their way constantly. Why summon when you can negative 60 armor? Because the computer tends to swarm you with multiple armies. If you're going 1v1, it's not too bad, but if you get hit by multiple armies, having those summons is really good when the computer is spamming cav.
Get ready for a breakdown!
Power to weapons.
Seven Path, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Oh, we didn't get the ambush. Of course we didn't. Let's see, he's got mortars. Just pop that up. He's got a lot of freaking handguns. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Pure fight mode.
Should be fine. Should be fine. I lost the chaos game. Lasted until turn 20. Solid. Good chaos. Good chaos start, to be sure. Need more menace. I only need to have enough menace to destroy the mortars, really, so. I can do this shit as well.
Block Jezzails.
Warp grinder!
Warp grinder.
Spears.
Skaven!
Just chill out there. What, you guys just chill out over here.
For the
You
vermin.
guys there.
What?
Yeah, that'll work. I think that should be fine. Spent 30 turns raiding the mountains until you can recruit decent units. Osmark and other Empire factions showed up and killed my plague army. I had just been in a fight. Ah, yeah, that'll do it.
Fight! Die!
Well, these guys are so strong. Goddamn slingers, yo.
Ready?
Consoles
Come on!
They'll tear you apart.
Ashen slingers! For the Vermintide! Eshin slingers! Now go!
There we go.
What orders? Stop.
I'd off to watch Mandalorian. Sounds good, Skaven. Have a good one. Have fun with your show watching. Need to continue firing at this point. Preserve ammunition.
We obey.
Preserve the ammos. Alright. Let's take this entire mess and we will rotate it out towards our enemy because that seems like a smart thing to do.
Start plan!
So many crossbows. So many. Let's get these guys out on this flank. Let's see. What's the range on these mortars? Yeah, they're getting there. Are these guys in a hold position? They are. Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, more better than human mortar. Well, Skaven mortar has armor piercing on it, so yeah. Whereas the human mortars do not. But the Skaven mortars are also a max tier unit, where the human mortars are basically like, congratulations, you built an artillery building. You can now build mortars unit. So I should hope they're better. If the Skaven mortars were not better than the human mortars, I would be severely disappointed.
What orders? Master, kill! Fight! Attack!
I do it already without having to select each unit. So if you hold down the Alt key and left click, hold down left click, you get this. And then when you release left click, your units move to wherever you just told them to go to. And that keeps your guys in formation during that period as well.
Yes.
They do move at different speeds though, unless you lock the formation. So that's something to be aware of. You could also turn it with, if you hold Alt and Control at the same time, then you could spin it like this. So just Alt does this, Alt and Control does this, and then to move them you just release.
Ready.
You're good.
Faster, scurry. Our tail is yours. On the rack power.
Throw that down there. Get some guys over here. With that. Flight claws. Keep chucking at enemy ranged units, please. I feel like those are going to be the most threatening thing out here for us to deal with. You play such a funny and silly game. Good question.
Ready. Retreat.
Good question. Next question. Continue throwing the cheese. Oh, there's the enemy. There's the enemy leader. Hello.
No. Yes.
Summon that. Throw that down on top of there. We can move some Death Runners up on this side. Put you guys in here to help buffer against that shite. Here, guys, just chuck that. You guys back here slightly. And we get some more guys over here. Tie some of those dudes down. There we go. Lightning right there.
Yes!
Alright, starts with that.
This is yes!
Swing you guys into those swords. Bring these back. These guys back over here as well. Get a little more space to work with. Katas, let's keep shooting enemy ranged units here.
Blade
You guys
claw
can push in
catapult.
here.
Ready, ready.
Not doing anything useful with your lives.
Die.
Eshin slingers! Attack!
Let's throw on that.
Rick-a-rack! Great, yes!
Swordsmen are almost dead. Good. Enemy leader is suffering fairly decently. Looks like we got a good grouping of enemy infantry here, so let's throw down an AoE spell on top of that. Also, let's poison these cab on the way in so they don't just get to do whatever the hell they want.
Now, ready, now!
Actually, we're gonna have to pull back here a bit.
March, scurry, yes!
There, you guys throw with that. Let's pull back over here. How are we doing on this side? It's going okay. You guys push in and help there. So we'll lightning down on top of that.
Shadow death! Onward!
You guys rearrange.
Underground!
Throw some poop out at these duders.
Stab! Eshin slingers! Rick-a-rack!
Yeah, let's run you guys over here. Push that stuff in.
Assassin!
Yeah, looks like everything's kind of falling apart for the enemy, so that's good for us. And that's that. Alright. Cool.
You yes, master! Death runners!
Poor Death Runners got scuffed.
Correct.
Pretty normal though.
Slingers! Skyping! Yes!
149 kills. Solid.
Ready!
105 kills.
Now, ready!
What do these guys get? 85s? 63? Yeah, not terrible. Not terrible. About 2-to-1 odds. Freaking 8 is lunch.
Black hunger!
That.
Warlock, master of Scryer!
That.
Eshin contract approved! Machines and
Some more infiltrator. Brittle Bone is a pretty good spell. Hey, Virtual. Here, take these guys out also.
To battle!
Let's go! Ahoy hoy, neighbor! I like it how the game, I just beat like 2 1/4 armies. And I go to attack this army and it's like, you're gonna lose! And I got an ambush. I did get an ambush with that in that other fight. I have an ambush in this fight as well. Good old auto-calculate, don't ever change. Just escaping slaves out there. Plague monks. Alright, you guys come back over here. We're just gonna have to put the Death Runners like back over here, I guess. This guy really needs a freaking potion of healing, to be honest.
Warp grinder!
Could certainly use one. He's got 2 actually. All my guys could use potions of healing. Oh man, a great sword and handgun spam. Good units at least. True.
Scorch burn!
Highlight only mode.
Death runners!
I could make all the point values cost way more than they do now. It'd be like highlight message is now 10,000 points. If I was gonna be that guy.
Play claw catapult!
Alright.
Command! Yes, superior one!
Q would. Don't say things like that, Murph.
Guide us, Horn One!
I'm a very petty person.
Let's crack! Guide us, Horn One!
Now you're just trying to butter me up.
Magic, magic!
Ah.
At once!
Sick cop for all scuffed army faction, Empire factions. Fairly often, yeah.
Assassin!
Except for some of them now can build demigriff knights, so you know there's that.
Death runners!
So sometimes you run into that shit.
Grinder!
What? Horn One's wishes! Warlock moves! Magic
Sling at him!
Our tail is yours! Nazgul kill!
Power Stone out there. Throw some more summons out.
Warlock
How's the
master!
leader at? There he is.
Over here!
Oh, Rupert!
Die!
Ready, ready! Assassin!
Said you would middle that shit. Go get the enemy leader. Go get him. Back him off.
Assassin!
That.
Horned rats will!
Pump up his blood defense. Put lightning there. It feels alright.
Quick! March, Scotty, yes!
So you guys are on the flank here.
Die! Tails forward!
Oh, Jeebus. Okay, artillery. Major point. Don't kill too many of my own guys, please. There we go. Well, that's the endgame army for Southern Realms Empire factions, which are not Empire factions technically because the Southern Realms are not part of the Empire. They're just humans.
No need for this flesh. Mighty master engineer my
As far as like the smaller Imperial factions go, like the ones in the actual Imperial lands, those can build like demigriff knights and stuff like that. So it's just the Southern Realms don't have access to some of that shit.
Horned rat!
Sure. Also, we aren't even an hour into the shift. Robots died, so now we're taking an early break, which means we have 4-hour run next. Is that from landmarks? What do you mean?
Warlock Master.
Clan Eshin, assassinate.
It's what from landmarks?
Death Master Snitch.
9.
Lord of the Assassins.
Is there any place I can stand over here that's not going to give me damage? There, I guess.
Snitch ready.
So, does it even have a small general for garrison while scaving a freaking warlock engineer? Yeah. For some reason, Southern Realms rebellions are stronger than rebellions everywhere else as well.
Futile.
Don't know why, but such is the way of the things, I guess. Alright, so we're good here. Sometimes they'll still thrive. I mean, so great swords and handgunners will go a long way in the auto-calculate. So if they can get there, they can stay on top. Bomb Scuttle Fleet. Destroys an army on sea. Yikes. Includes Black Arcs. Wow. Wow! Hangars are legit good? Yeah, they are. They are quite good, actually. Not Sword Boy, though. Not so much, no. The great swords are less great. That being said, the auto-calculate doesn't care quite as much. You pull up Mouse's Black Arc with that. Ha! Funny. Fuck you. Oh, my ambush. Alright, what do we got here? Arcane Conduit. Yes, please.
Eshin contract approved.
Nope.
Sneak scurry.
Can't give him the stabby. Unfortunate.
Engineer, here.
Hold down here. Take this back.
Slay, maim, and sight.
Give it back my damn settlement.
Even Snitch respects me.
I have no time for this.
It's very important to me. Go. When I gets there, gonna stab.
Clan rats
Oh,
are
throw
not
that in there.
content. Where's my dome racket?
What is unthinkable?
It's got a lot of, like,
me for a wizard?
partial armies going on here.
Death
Oh,
bringer.
jeez, I can't. Ah, jeez. Can't quite get up there. Ugh. That sucks. Well, I guess I don't really have to be concerned about his armies doing anything. I'll just run up here and chill.
Skeleton kill.
80% chance of success. 80%. What am I at right now as far as, like, succeed, fail chances? 48 successful, 32 failed. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 or 5 of those are putting dudes into my army, so I almost have just a 50-50 chance, or very close to 50-50 on the fail succeed. And pretty much every action I've been taking is like 75% or higher. Over 100 turns. It's nice. You got things to do? Alright, man. Have a good one. My freaking luck is just abysmally bad when it comes to this game. when it comes to agent actions. This is where fighting outside the walls versus certain RV comps and sieges, handgunners firing down into enemies from walls are fantastic. It's the only way to do it safely is by sending your infantry out in front of the walls. Yeah.
Eshin rules to the night.
I think not.
I think not. I mean, you can use your handgunners in like street fighting as well, inside cities, where you have like you form like a kill sack down roads and stuff like that, and then the enemy comes like jumps off the walls and you shoot them from like 3 different sides and fuck them up that way. There's stuff you can do there too. Oh yeah. Sure. Seems good.
The next death.
Rebels never destroy the Undercity. Like, you can mass food raid or a rebel settlement. You get like over 100 discoverability. Let it go. Yeah, I mean, I could be doing that with Black Crag right now, to be honest. Because technically, it's got a building to discover by Undercity, but oh gosh, it's not like he's gonna do anything about it. So I could just get rid of these because they're. Well, this one's not costing me food. I think this one's cost. No, neither of these are costing me food actually. So I guess nothing in the world. Here's psychology for Storm Vermin. Yes, please. Yeah, that's pretty good.
9.
Aye. Oh, let's see. What's the? Site-skipping mutiny. No. Stealthy stabbing. Overthrow lair. That's the one I'm looking for. Let's do overthrow lair. And suppose we could send mechanic gear. Yeah, let's do that. Send him.
Stalk them. Yeah.
Go. They have built towers, though. You can't really do that. They'll just roll through your infantry to the tower. So if you have enough infantry in the way of the wall, the towers will get jammed up. Which is interesting, to say the least. I've accidentally done it to my own towers before, where if you run infantry like up against the wall and then you try to push towers through it, the towers will just be like, ugh! I kind of try melee armies with quality and quantity tech. I mean, you can totally play all melee Skaven. It's doable. It's just obviously less interesting than shooting things in the face with guns, in most cases. Is this done yet? It is. Yeah, alright, so now we got the great halls. So I've already tried before spawning clan rats in front of them. Is it effective? Yeah, you need, the line needs to be like actual like formed lines. You gotta have enough shit compacted in front of the tower. So, you got enough units to do it, obviously, in general. But you can't really do anything about the towers anyway, for the most part. Like, once they get close enough to your walls where that actually functions. Because basically you need to have your units up against the wall. So when the tower, so when the tower pushes your guys, it pushes them into the wall, because otherwise it would just push through and like push them out to the side. But it needs to like compact your stuff up against the wall, basically.
This warlock wants blood.
This gave us such pretty effects on their booms and zaps. You are correct.
Warlock master!
So then you run into the issue where you have towers like 3 inches away from your walls, but you can't like destroy the towers. So it kind of becomes weird.
Now, ready now!
Honestly, not sure why artillery can't destroy towers in this game. Like if you had like cannons or something, why those don't affect
Now, ready now!
those don't affect towers?
Charge the
I just thought that was kind of weird. Particularly because some of the cities spawn with artillery that's really not very useful outside of potentially shooting at enemy towers.
What? Spears!
But does you absolutely no good, so it's kind of like, okay. The heck is this all about?
Plague monks!
Warp Grinder! Eshin Sorcerer!
Eshin Sorcerer.
Snicked the apprentice!
Alright, good enough.
Over here! Here!
To be fair, the quality and quantity tech is pretty good as well.
Get ready for a breakdown!
Shinigami, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well today.
For the famine tide! Guide us on one! Yes!
There we go. Let's do that. 10 out of 10 ability. I mean, it pretty much instantly deletes people, so yeah, it's pretty fucking good. Case died on your phone. Texting is rough now.
Ready!
It's a solid oof. For sure. There's a lot of agents. Are these all ghosty boys? Oh, these are all just regular agents. Interesting. Meanwhile, Dork Elves have a blast that does no damage. No, that blast destroys people, man. That blast is as good as the warp explosion. It just doesn't destroy your unit, it just exhausts your unit. As you're talking about the fart gas obviously is terrible, but that freaking the Dark Elf explosion is insanely good. It's as good as the Skaven one. Getting drawn into stream and game. I'm out. See everyone. All right, Hyper. Good luck with your day.
Very good, master.
Eshin Sorcerer!
Nine flame!
Yeah, the one that the purple explosion that exhausts your units. That thing is insane. Oh, the wind blast spell. The wind blast spell is fucking awful. Yes, the fart gas is terrible. That is completely and totally useless. Well, not completely and totally useless. It's okay against completely unarmored targets that are infantry. It's so specifically good that it's terrible. It has to be. It's like, it's only good in like really specific situations. So. Oh my gosh, he's blowing me up. Don't do it.
Our tail's yours! Eshin slingers! Assassin here!
Yep.
Blade power catapult! Forward, backwards! Guide us!
It's definitely a mighty wind, that's for sure.
Die! Skaven, yes!
Eshin Sorcerer!
Eshin sorcerer.
Weeping blade.
Oh, Jesus. Ow.
Stop.
Stop. Blowing me up. Ow, stop. Jeez Louise.
Council's command.
Running a melee with these guys just to stop them from blowing my shit up. Oh my gosh.
Rapagasta.
Alright, now I need to end this fight before my own artillery destroys me. It's cave and slaves, Bretonian peasants beware. Flagellants, I guess, yeah. Could work against them. At least it won't break from it. Truth. Yeah, that's because the Beastmen and the Elves have the mini campaign or whatever in Warhammer 1, but like nobody's gonna play that anymore, really. So they really need to make it so that you can play that campaign in Warhammer 2 as well. Like, put it on the options of campaigns to play. If they're gonna make it continue to cost that much money.
You will toil. Mighty master engineer I am.
Because obviously, like I said, the reason why they're so expensive is because of that. And you have to have Warhammer 1 installed to play those. So, eh. Forgot they had stuff in Warhammer 1, completely forgot. Yeah. A lot of people do forget because it's not it's not like the main thing that people think about when they buy those DLCs. They just want to play it in the big map. And obviously, you can't play those campaigns in Warhammer 2, so it's really kind of an awkward situation. Warhammer 1 exists. It does.
Get ready for a
Yes,
breakdown.
indeed. Kassar, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, they bring those campaigns to Warhammer 2 or do something about the price. 100%. 100% agree with that. There's no reason for them to be that expensive if you can't have, or if you don't have access to those campaigns readily. Doom flares, upkeep for warp styles, rattling guns, warfare throwers, weapons teams, construction of for buildings. Weapons engineer. Weapons engineer. More points of black roll. Actually, hang on. Can I get fireball? I can't. Now I'll go warp fireball because that's a free spell. And free things are good. Last I checked. You guys rocked with greenskins? Nice.
Go away.
Go away. Boop. Am I taxing all my provinces? Just to make sure that we're taxing everything. Oh, actually, I can just look here. Never mind. I don't need to click through. I can just look and see how much money they're making, and that'll tell me. So, yes, I am taxing everything.
Clan Eshin assassinating.
Oh, well, this is cool.
Ulrich's will.
What do you seek?
You gonna be okay there, Gorst? It's gonna be alright?
By the comet.
Yep, that looks good.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Frickin' situation normal going on here.
Warrior of Sigmar.
Bloody hell.
Death Master Snake.
Call me Death Master.
Kill. Slice.
Yeah, that's not great. That is not great at all. Do we just have to worry about the vampires? I pretty much never have to worry about the vampires, to be completely honest. Unless I kill the Empire. New Black Ark's pretty good. I'm going to invade Uthwan soon. Nice.
Guide us, Horned One.
Yeah.
Eshin slingers. Before the famine
Alright, you guys push over here. Drillers there.
Ready, ready.
Orders here. These
Blade
guys in low
blast,
positions, so
uppercut.
things don't get fucked up. You guys out here. Take you guys and put you behind. So,
Blade sharpened.
the ratling's back here.
Eshin sorcerer. Sweeping blade.
You duders, put you here. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it!
Guide us, Horned One. Eshin sorcerer. Eshin slingers. Eshin sorcerer.
Welcome up.
What? Captain's command. Great Anaka.
Alright, you
Lord of Assassins.
up here. Just taking incidental damage right now.
Yes. Rikarak. Honegrat's
Slingers, you wanna, like, get the enemy range units on top of the walls, please? I would appreciate that if you did. So yeah, what the fuck is my artillery doing? Why is it not shooting? Explain yourself, artillery.
Poisoned with water. Death Master. Horned Rat Tower.
Let's do this and cast it here to push the enemy range units away from the wall. Okay, these guys can't shoot anymore because they're falling over constantly from the spell. The range on the slingers, yeah, it's pretty good. It's 161. Outranges thunderers. Outranges quarrelers.
Death Master Snake.
It's pretty okay. Alright, tower destroyed.
Now ready now.
Start drilling holes in the wall.
Master Snake.
You cloak up again. Someone's back there. Oh, what do the drillers look like when they're drilling? Just got, they're cranking away.
Power of shadow.
Hey, knock it off.
Dark magic. Go.
Backside. Alright, in we go. Yes. Let's move on to the next thing. So we can go there. So we can bring you guys up too. Ow. This real fast. You guys inside. Let's go. Alright, poison winds. Kill the enemy. Ranged units, please. And bring the assassin in too. Hacking people in the face. So someone's back there. Where drillers at? Drillers! Over here, get this tower dead. Orders change into that shit. Yeah, the artillery shoot all this stuff way in the back. Squid is 10 rats removal all the booger with coffee grinders. Essentially. Ow. Hey. Assholes. What the crap was that? The hell do you think you are? Nuking me with that shit.
Now, ready, now. It's gotta be done. I will go now. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Die, die.
Where's my assassin at? Warrior assassin.
We move. Yes. For the Valentine. Strings ready.
No, wait. Oh, actually, we got him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Light those guys up.
Death runners! At once!
Death runners.
Assassin! They obey!
Off that dude. That.
Murder! Kill! Kill no fast!
Go.
My blade slice awaits!
Sensibearers. Yeah, drillers are our weapons team. Correct.
Glenrod spears! Die! March scurry dasa! Die! Yes! Pace and hurry!
Put you guys back here. Push you guys up in.
Eshin triads!
Okay, their front line? Not really. Their melee stats are terrible. 25-31. Pretty bad. I mean, they have a shitload of armor-piercing damage. If they can hit anything, it's just their melee attack is so bad. I mean, they do have these spells, which you can do this, which stops enemy units in their place. And then you can do this, do AoE damage. But yeah, you get fucked up for it, for sure. It's not free, that's for sure. Sandworm lure? Yeah, kinda looks like it, doesn't it? Oh yeah, the drillers are designed for sieges, obviously. That's basically their job. I do really like having a unit of drillers in my armies, though, because then I don't have to shoot the walls with my artillery. So I save a lot of ammunition that way.
Stench of others! too strong.
So, like, my artillery, like, my mortars and my flaglock catapults can just focus on killing enemy units, while my drillers just go up there and chew down towers and freaking walls. And because my drillers cannot run out of ammunition, they can just keep doing it until they die, which I haven't actually had. These guys are the ones I had from the start of the game, and I haven't lost them. So. So did they increase the end turn really in Mortal Empires? Yeah, they did, but quite a significant margin, actually.
Master Engineer.
It's pretty damn good now.
Hide, then kill. Stalk. Yes, yes.
I'm just gonna stand in Valhalla Sorrow for the moment while it builds a garrison up before some other dick comes by and takes it.
Warlock Engineer.
Where is my... Oh, there. Okay.
Thief in the night.
I assume what you mean by increase is you mean that they made it faster. But yes, if that is what you're asking, yes, they made it much faster. We should be able to see here in just a moment. Should Night Lord say so again here pretty soon. I also just need to build another army. Where is Queek? He's down here. He's still alive. He's got 3 provinces.
I smell you. I am super.
Refuses to join my confederation though because he has a tricky military alliance with Clan Angrand for some reason. So he doesn't like me because I keep killing Clan Angrand. Well, that's actually not too big of a factor, but still. He had a military alliance with the dwarves before that. Help your brother out. He has to learn to help himself. But I do need to kill the lizard men, so I will go down there eventually. But for right now, I'm dealing with the Zufbarians because they're... I don't want them to be swarming down from the north constantly. Killed his last Dahlia alliance. I did, so he formed another one. Apparently he's got some kind of like dwarf fetish or something. I mean, he is crazy, so I guess. Is that how it does? His opinion will change. Truth. Yeah, with the dwarf he's supposed to kill. Yeah, I know. They really need to change that, where there has to be certain factions that the AI cannot do diplomatic stuff with. Like, there's some things that just make absolutely no sense, like that, where Queek becomes allied with the Dowie. Or where the mutinous faction for, like, the Vampire Counts or Skarsnik ally with the faction that they're mutinying against. It's just silliness. Makes no sense. It's part of the great scheme, earn the trust of the dwarves so you can betray them, right? Fair enough. Queek, Pelgar, and Skarsnik all allied together. There is a freaking unholy alliance if I ever saw one. Alright. Well. It is unfortunately about that time. Obviously a lot shorter Warhammer tonight because we played War Thunder for a much longer period of time due to Bebop being available much later than he usually is. But we got some good progress here. Got Mount Gunbag, got Grand Beat, got Zufbar, we're pushing them out. We got our Sorrow back, we killed a bunch of humans, we killed a bunch of dwarves. We're getting there. You got to watch them tonight? That's true, that's true. I need to go down and kill Hagreave at some point. I need to kill Hagreave, the last defenders, I need to get this stuff constructed, and then I need to build a bunch of Plague Monk Sensor Bears and Hell Pit Abominations, apparently. Something. Weirdness. I also need to do more shadowy dealings and perform force shadows or scheme shadow dealings. Which is the 4 ones? The 4 ones are the big ones, right? Yeah, these bad boys, like the sewer pestilence and the great fire. 59 more turns, and I can exterminate another faction. Garshik should have a campaign mechanic where he doesn't suffer diplomatic penalties, and it could be called schemes. Nice. I'll probably play Bretonia next, because Dark Elves was the most recent faction that I played out of all the new factions. Because I had that Marathi campaign that went on for freaking ever. So, yeah. I will probably play the Dark Elves last, just because of that. Also, I haven't played Bretonia in a really, really long time. Like, months and months and months, so it'd be nice to play Bretonia again, considering they're one of my favorite factions. Really interesting gameplay. Good to hear. We'll see how it goes, I guess. See what it's all about when we get there. I mean, we're pretty well on our way with this campaign. I just need a Night Lord say so and do some other random shit. Destroy a couple more factions. We're good to rock. Black Crag needed to get destroyed. They got destroyed by frickin' the Khemri, apparently. Who I should probably make friends with, considering they own half of the Badlands right now. Bretonia units, buildings down in the waste. Yeah. I imagine Bretonia Cav does pretty darn well against skeletons. Just saying.
Greatness. It is normal to feel overwhelmed.
Kraber's actually could help. So pretty much a castle in the swamp, but it sunk, so they built another one, sunk 2, built a 3rd one, which held. No trees in the way, open desert to charge, pretty okay, yeah. Not bad at all. Oh my gosh, well, that should herald in. That should herald in me being done. Freaking massive yawning. Apparently there's a update? No. Yes? No.